Knicks entertain the Charlotte Bobcats. Stephon Marbury and crew trying to follow up on the good fortune against Utah. And you know what? They were 0-3 against the Bobcats last season. Bobcats on the move here in the second quarter. Raymond Felton gets it to Gerald Wallace for the land. 62-43. Charlotte's going on. And, hey, Charlotte's part owner, Michael Jordan, cheered after he was initially booed when he was put on the Jumbotron there at the Garden. All right, Bobcats up by 11 at the break. Third quarter, and the Knicks fighting back. Marbury from Frye knocks it down. And then Jamal Crawford, such a good offensive guy.
He certainly has. Got a great mentality. Look at the hesitation. A little run on the lane. Good move.
And Jamal doesn't mind getting people involved like Frye.
Well, that's good. It makes him a complete player when you recognize your teammates open, create shots for them.
Part of a 13-0 run for the New Yorkers, and they were up 86-79 after three. Fourth quarter, Raymond Felton misses the jumper, and Primo's Brezis there for the putback land. All right, this game's all tied. Michael Jordan likes it, 95 apiece in the regulation. Jamal Crawford for the win at the end, and he back rims it. Okay, so we're going overtime again, just like they did on Monday night. And what we're going to do? Well, how about Eddie Curry putting his club up 101-99, just like that. And then a drive for the layup, but Okafor grabs the board, lays it back in. Charlotte takes a 102-101 lead after the free throw. Knicks would tie it up, and then Stephon Marbury to Jamal Crawford for the win at the end of overtime. It's not going to be that at all. So we head to a second overtime session. Clutch jumpers coming up here. What about Matt Carroll there?
What a shooter out of Philadelphia. I tell you what, Notre Dame, he can stroke it.
5-point lead for Charlotte, but then Starberry to Eddie Curry. We're tied at 109. Okay, we're all even. Bobcats would go for the win in this one. Matt Carroll loses the ball, though. Comes up with it, leaving a tenth of a second left. All right, let's flash back to some whole historic Knicks and Old Bulls history. Genesis of the Trent Tucker rule. January 15th, 1990. Tenth of a second to play. Game tied. Mark Jackson to Trent Tucker. Caught and shot. Three-pointer count. New York wins 109-106. Now, that can no longer happen. The rule book states the only type of field goal which may be scored if the clock is at 2/10 or 1/10 of a second is a tip-in or high lob. Tip-in is defined as any action in which the ball is deflected, not controlled by a player, and then enters the basket ring. This type of action shall be deemed legal if 1/10 of a second or more remains in the period. So, a tenth of a second left for the New Yorkers. You can only tip it to David Lee, and he gets it done. Unbelievable. The pass, and the New Yorkers getting all over Michael Jordan. We take a look. Fred Carter, he didn't catch it. He just tipped it.
He just tipped it, and it was a great play, too.
The only way
it can happen. We may never see it again.
Unbelievable. All right, folks. Well, the Knicks go away with the 111-109 victory on Monday night. Stephon Marbury running through the tunnel after beating the Jazz. This time, they weren't quite sure, but yes, indeed. Bucket by David Lee. Bobcats led by as many as 19 points in this one. Although he shot just 2 of 12 from the field, Stephon Marbury reached the 15,000-point plateau for his career. David Lee has 39 rebounds over his last two games.
Wow.
Frye matched his career high with 30 points in this one.